Welcome, this is Pineleaf Needles, Skirmisher from Middle-earth. I'm here at Thangulhad on top of the wall looking out. And here we have some ballistae. Of course, they're only here for decoration. Or are they? It's time to play the second Mirkwood skirmish, Protectors of Thangulhad, where you'll actually have an opportunity to use them.
What was once an important fortification of the enemy is now held by a small band of elves. The enemy seeks to reclaim their fortress, marching upon it in force. Fortunately, some of the ballistae and catapults there still function.
Let's talk to Rodellith. It is good you are here. The others stationed here are all out on patrol, and I fear the enemy is stirring. They will come at us from the south. They have a couple of ballistae repaired and we have a couple repaired and functional. We have marked the ground where the ballistae should be hit if they're fired. This fort is an important line for the front position of the Dol Guldur. Good luck. And we get ready here. There are 3 ballistae that are available. We go to the east one first. Each assault, there are 5 assaults, will include 3 waves, and each wave will come from a different direction. And there's a half a chance that any particular wave will have a lieutenant, such as this one. And I get to fire that. I only really get 1 shot because the enemy is going to run through there. Now if you're in a group, especially in a large one, you will have an opportunity to use more than fire it more than once if your friends hold the enemy at the ballista. Those shepherds are really good, especially in this skirmish. And you see this thing about black badges. That is related to a quest that's given at Thangulhad called Badges of Dishonor. It's a daily quest, and the enemies in the skirmish do drop the badges. So if you plan on doing the skirmish, then you might as well take the quest, and it awards a gold token. It also gives you rep, but right now I am already at full rep with Mirkwood, so it's not for the rep. Actually, it's mainly here to demonstrate that you can do the quest here by running the skirmish. Alright. And now for the central one. Now the central and west ones, the enemy comes in through the same entrance. It's just that one runs that way and the other one runs that way. Ooh, an echo of death. Always fun. Well, not as bad as those stupid shepherds, since hitting a shepherd with ballista is a guaranteed way to get him to start attacking. There we go. Now this should be the end of the first assault. And there we go. How many badges did I get? Oh, that's there. I want the quest log. Alright, that will be in Mirkwood. Badges of Dishonor, 4 out of 5. And I generally wait up here for the next one. Now, one thing about this skirmish is it does not work very well with a melee soldier if you're the one who is shooting at it. My suggestion is that if you're in a group, that you select a person who has a ranged soldier to do the ballistae, since that way you don't have to worry about the soldier going way out of place. Now, if your plan is to do all your... Come on, I kicked him. Now, if your plan is for your friends to hold the enemy at the circle, last badge. And for someone just to fire, then it really doesn't matter all that much. But in solo runs and in small group runs where you decide to fight indoors, then I suggest not having someone with the melee soldier be the one who fires the ballista. Which means if you're solo, you have to be very careful if you're using a melee soldier. In fact, this skirmish is the reason why I no longer use the banner card, which used to be my favorite skirmish soldier. Because back before Isengard was released, then the soldiers didn't stand so far forward and it wasn't much of a problem. But now the soldier tends to run outside. Now there are tricks you could do by facing away and then turning around just in time in order for it to work right. But it can be a bit of a hassle in order to do that. Let's take care of the defender first. So I'd only recommend doing that if your own soldier is melee type. This is the end of the assault, I believe. Yes. Alright. A crash sounds from the rear siege engines are being destroyed. Alright. Now this particular encounter you could wait until the end. There are 9 encounters in this skirmish. 3 of them you could wait until the end, and there's absolutely no trouble doing so. And it's recommended that you do wait then. There are 3 others that have a short time fuse on them. 2 of them are out on the road, and another one is a guy running inside. And those you must start within a certain amount of time, or you won't be able to finish them. They'll just finish walking around and despawn. So those are the short time ones. And here's the third type. One where someone roars a challenge to you. And you're going to have to fire the ballista at him, and when you fire the ballista at him, he decides to come inside. And alright, he's going to come in through that way, but I have to head east. Hopefully there's no, and there's going to be a lieutenant too. This is good. This is a bad timing where I have to worry about a lieutenant. And I only hit the lieutenant there because I need to get back here very quickly to worry about the encounter mob. I want to make sure I get their attention. Alright, how many mistakes can I make in a single... And we hit every single control wrong here. Trying to do 2 things at once. Oh, he's down. Good. Alright. Unfortunately, Rodella didn't go down during that. That was not very well done. Because I hit a wrong button on the masteries at one point and wound up completely using the wrong gamuts, and that doesn't help it when you're trying to survive in a mess like that. And that's the danger of that second group, is getting a lieutenant. That was quick. Is getting a lieutenant at the same time you're facing the encounter. And I wound up with a bit of a mess there. And that's the reason why the ones that I can save until the end, I do save until the end. Alright, here's another lieutenant. Looks like a dour hand. Yeah, another time I'm forced to fire. Well, I could fire at the non-lieutenants instead. Oh, ouch. I thought I had put up... Oh, okay. I thought I still had another case of never surrender up. That's a miscalculation. This has been tougher than I was expecting. Alright. So I would have thought that I'd be well enough equipped to have no trouble with this. Especially since I've been doing tier... So I did Danagor at tier 2. You'd think I could handle this one at tier 1. Back of that. Though I did do that ending part a little bit as if I thought I had another round of Never Surrender. I mean, if you're going to run with buff bars, you might as well look at it and see what you've got. So when you got all those buffs I had at the moment in the middle of battle, it's... Oh. Oh! That was the worst shot ever. I was too busy talking. And then when I did shoot, it was right on top of the one mob I never want to hit. When I am firing those things. And that, of course, is a lot of pain. You don't want to hit a lot of pain. Alright. Food. Now for the 5th and last assault. Where are we? Now originally when they released this skirmish, it had a minimum level 65, which is the level of the quest. Ah, better. Which is the level of the quest that unlocks it. There are a lot of complaints about that, so they changed it to level 60, which is the minimum level you can be and accept have the quest. See here, I am level 65. So I am running this at old minimum. Now sometimes if you're on the east side, it can be challenging to get to the west side on time. It helps if you're a hunter or warden. Alright. Wasn't sure whether that was a ship. No, actually it was a pale trapper. Get this guy moving. Oh! He got interrupted. That's how to do it. Should be only one more left in the skirmish. And that is here. No, Lieutenant. It's purely random whether or not you get a Lieutenant, so you can end the skirmish on a non-Lieutenant attack. Unlike many skirmishes where they have a preference for giving your Lieutenant on the last round. Alright, now. Okay, I'm going to activate her. She gives a big long speech about the boss and all that, and while she gives her speech, I'm going to run back and take care of the encounter. Fortunately, the boss fight, he is not really going to do anything until I go outside and start him anyway. Now there are three that you can wait till the end of. One is this one who goes to the siege engines. Another one is an Uruk who sneaks to the back. And the third one is a Drake. Now the Drake used to be a problem because he would fly overhead, and Rodelith had a habit of being right inside of his area. Alright, looks like got here just as the boss did. Now, actually this probably works better than it, because currently I don't like the timing in which they do things anyway, so this makes it work with my timing. Alright, I like to pull out on this. And I could come here. And the idea is to get him to run into the catapult target areas that Rodelith is firing. That way he gets hit. And the reason you want to do that is he has a momentum bonus that he gets. And just about the only thing that resets his momentum bonus is hitting him with a catapult. Okay. And she gives a bit of a speech. Travel now. Now we... And I now have to turn in 2 quests. The first one will be Badges of Dishonor. Which gives you one of those coveted gold star emblems. And the other, of course, is the...
We have weathered their attack. Let them now fear ours.
Yes, Thangulhad stands still in the control of the Golden Host. A symbol of the Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel's intent to oppose the forces of the enemy. I am glad, Pineleaf. We have weathered our attack. Let them now fear ours. There, good. Get 200
The time
marks.
has come to strike hard the fortress of the enemy.
Now he sends me to Guldur, who is down this way. But Guldur is for breaching the Necromancer's Gate, which we will do in our next episode of Skirmisher Middle-earth. And until then, remember to skirmish responsibly.